I can't lie. A short story to unlock your English potential. Hello and welcome back to BrightPath Tales, where every story holds a lesson to light up your learning journey. Today, we delve into the quiet struggle faced by millions who are striving for English fluency. Our story begins with a young man named Rohan. Rohan was a brilliant mind, a gifted software engineer working at a major tech firm in the bustling heart of the city. In the silent world of code, he was a master. His fingers flew across the keyboard, translating complex ideas into elegant, functioning programs. He could read technical manuals in English faster than anyone else, and his written reports were always flawless, grammatically perfect, and impressively articulate. But outside the sanctuary of his screen, Rohan carried a secret, a heavy, self-imposed barrier that blocked his potential. Rohan was crippled by the fear of speaking English. He had an incredible vocabulary locked away in his mind, and perfect grammar rules memorized. Yet every time he had to speak, in a team meeting, during a presentation, or even just ordering coffee, a voice would scream inside his head, "Stop! You can't!" This was the lie. It wasn't spoken by anyone else. It was a constant, whispering fear that lived inside him. The lie had many voices. Your accent sounds strange. Your sentence structure is too slow. You'll make a mistake in the tenses and everyone will laugh. You can't communicate at the same level as the native speakers. He missed out on huge opportunities. He was passed over for a promotion that required him to lead international client meetings. He felt like he was running a race with heavy chains wrapped around his feet. Rohan wasn't lacking skill. He was suffering from a critical lack of speaking confidence. One day, Amara, the company's highly respected international client liaison, noticed Rohan. Amara was known for her exceptional communication skills and her ability to make anyone feel comfortable. She saw the brilliance in Rohan's work and the painful silence in the conference room. After a major product launch where Rohan contributed the most vital code but said nothing, Amara called him into her office. "Rohan," she said gently, "your reports are masterpieces. Your logic is impeccable, but you are allowing your silence to define your worth. Why is that?" Rohan stammered, his face red. "Amara, I can't speak English well. I worry about my grammar. I worry about my flow. I don't feel ready yet. I feel like I'm still learning." Amara smiled, a deep, knowing smile. "Rohan, you are operating under a falsehood. You believe that English communication requires perfection. You are waiting for a moment that will never arrive. I am going to give you a task that will expose the lie." Amara pulled out a small, old-fashioned digital voice recorder. "I want you to take this," she said. "For the next 7 days, every single day, I want you to complete one task. It has nothing to do with textbooks or grammar rules." Rohan looked confused. "Here is the task. Every morning, before you start work, I want you to record yourself describing your commute to the office. Every detail, the noise of the train, the smell of the market, the impatient driver, your thoughts about the day. It must be at least 5 minutes long." She leaned forward. "This is the most important rule. You must not stop for errors. You must not pause to correct your grammar. You must not delete the recording. Your only goal is flow and continuous communication." "But what if I use the wrong verb tense?" Rohan whispered, anxious. "Then you use the wrong verb tense, and the world will continue to spin." Amara chuckled. "Your goal this week is not to achieve perfection, but to observe the raw, undeniable fact that you can communicate." Rohan reluctantly accepted the challenge. The first day was agony. He pressed record and immediately froze. He wanted to say, "I am waiting for the bus," but he worried if waiting for was correct, or if it should be, "I wait on the bus." He stuttered, stopped, and almost erased the file. But Amara's rule echoed in his head. "You must not stop." He forced himself to continue. The bus is late. I see a man wearing a red hat. I am feeling cold because the wind is too strong." He cringed at his pronunciation and his simple words. Days 2 through 4 were slightly easier but equally painful. He felt his language was clumsy. He constantly missed words and used long, winding pauses. He still heard the voice of the lie shouting, "See? You are terrible at this." But by day 7, something subtle began to shift. He was still making mistakes. A misplaced, a confused is and are. But he wasn't stopping. He spoke about his favorite song on the radio, an interesting idiom he read, and his plans for the evening. The fear was still there, but the flow was stronger. On the 8th day, Rohan returned to Amara's office and placed the recorder on her desk. "I did it," he sighed, exhausted. "But I made so many mistakes. It was awful." Amara simply pressed play on the day 7 recording. They listened together. Rohan heard his voice, slightly hesitant, definitely imperfect, but undeniably clear. He heard the bus brakes screeching, the ambient noise of the city, and the description of the man with the red hat. When the recording ended, Amara didn't talk about grammar. She asked, "Rohan, did you understand everything you said?" "Yes," he replied. "Did I, an English speaker with a high level of fluency, understand everything you said?" "Yes," Amara confirmed. "Did the message get across? Did you successfully communicate your journey?" "Yes," Rohan said again, quieter this time. Amara looked at him. "Do you see the exposed lie, Rohan? The lie told you that a mistake in grammar cancels out your ability to communicate. But listen again. The message was delivered. The information was exchanged. The potential was always there. You just refused to allow yourself the grace to be imperfect." Rohan realized the shocking truth. The world wasn't expecting perfection. It was waiting for communication. His fear was far louder than his actual mistakes. The lie was self-inflicted. 2 weeks later, Rohan was in a high-stakes meeting with international clients. The discussion hit a critical snag. The team was silent. Then, Rohan took a deep breath. He didn't think about his verb tenses or his accent. He thought about the message. He spoke clearly, confidently, and forcefully, suggesting a technical solution. He made a small error, a misplaced preposition, but his speaking confidence was so high that no one noticed the slip. They only heard the brilliance of his idea. The client approved the plan immediately. Rohan walked out of that meeting a changed man. He had silenced the "I can't lie." The moral of the story for your own English learning journey is this: fluency is not the absence of mistakes. It is the presence of flow. The biggest barrier to unlocking your English potential is not a lack of vocabulary or grammar knowledge, but the belief that you must be perfect before you even begin to practice. Stop waiting. Start speaking. Allow yourself to be understandable, and your speaking confidence will follow. Thank you for watching this BrightPath tale. If this story exposed a lie you've been carrying, please give this video a like and share it with a friend who is also on their English learning journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories and effective tips on reaching English fluency. Until next time, keep practicing, keep communicating, and keep walking your bright path.